Hello over there.
I wonder if they can hear.
Just waiting for James to call under the table. There he is.
Okay.
Welcome everybody. Well, I feel really far away from the camera today because
does.
we had to get the camera quite far back to be able to fit in some of this stuff.
Yes, there's a lot of big stuff here today.
Yes. We're this probably isn't even 10% of our terrain, right?
It's the biggest pieces and a few of the little ones.
This is our favourite pieces we've got on display here.
We would need a bigger table to actually show everything.
Yeah.
Maybe one day we just set it all out, like in the spaces out there.
Yeah.
And just do a nice little video of it all.
Yeah. Hi Anna Rose, how's it going? Hope you're all well. Dan, hello. Hope, hello. Alex, what's up? JP, what's up? Scorch, hello. How's everyone doing today?
Okay.
Can you guys hear us?
I hope so. Is anyone even here? Are we talking to ourselves today?
I don't know, this is the unpopular channel.
Yeah, that is true.
What's up, Alex? Glad to hear it, glad to hear it. Cool, cool, cool. It's quite chilly in here today, so I had to get a hot drink. No, not a word. I'm suspicious of that.
As in you can't hear us? Or something else?
Well, he's answering our questions, so surely he can hear us.
That's true.
Hope can hear us. Okay, that's good enough for me. Right, let's start talking. What are we talking about? Tristan, what's going on, dude? How's it going? I'm on the squeakiest stool again.
You picked the bad one.
Yeah. So, I don't even know where to start with this. We've picked out, as we were just saying, our biggest and favourite pieces of scenery to give you guys an idea of the sort of stuff we've got in our collection. As you can see, you can probably imagine we are running out of space to store this stuff.
Yes.
We have a lot of stuff that's like these sort of things that come in like a builder box sort of set that we haven't put together yet.
Stuff like that?
Yeah.
Which is also one thing we haven't built yet.
Yeah, that's a watermill. So these sort of things are like, I guess card is the best, like really sturdy, good quality card by Battle Systems. I think there should be a description, a discount code in the description if you guys want to check these out. But this stuff is all from Battle Systems, and we are big fans of that stuff. In terms of value for money, it's the best stuff you're going to get.
Yeah.
But now that I've looked at this one, I kind of want to build it.
Yeah, I really want to build all of it, but
where would it go?
It's actually it's a little bit time consuming because, for example, in this one box, which is to build a watermill, there's 110 pieces.
Yeah.
So it's, although yes, they are very, very well priced and they look amazing, you do have to put a little bit of time into actually building the things.
Not as much time as you would into making something like this.
No, not at all. But it is fiddly, and yeah, it's something we haven't got around to doing just yet.
But we will. So, D. Romig Raka, sorry if I butchered that, will you be getting the new Dol Guldur scenery? Yes, we will. We have already pre-ordered it. Everything on the new release, from the new book, to the new scenery, to the new Witch King, and the new dice. We've got it all coming. So, when it arrives, I think we'll probably end up doing maybe an unboxing or something. We'll do something like that. Maybe even if it's a live stream, it'll be fun. Yeah. Will Smith, what's up? Working from home to join. Nice. Wolftal says absolutely incredible stuff. It is. We'll talk through each and every piece in a bit, but yeah. But let's let some more people tune in. Jay Wolfie, how's it going? So who in this chat right now, is currently a player of the Middle-earth strategy battle game? Anybody?
Or is it just us?
And has this channel and our videos got any of you interested in playing? That I'd like to know as well, because if we get one of you into the hobby, then it's worth doing. New dice. Yes, so there's actually Witch King dice?
Yes, well, Angmar.
Angmar dice. And another one?
Another set of dice.
Yeah, forgotten what they are. But they're not here yet, we have pre-ordered them, they look awesome. James and I are huge dice nerds, we've got a stupid amount of dice here.
It's just another thing we can collect.
Yeah.
So we will.
Yeah. And whenever Games Workshop have released Middle-earth dice sets, they sell out like that.
Yeah.
So
Except the Fangorn ones. They seem to be the only ones that have it.
Yeah.
Even though I think they look pretty cool.
they look nice, but as a faction, I mean,
There isn't really one.
yeah, there's not. You just have Ents. So, yeah. Okay, what's everyone saying? Anna would love to play. Anna Rose, come and play with us. Just, let us know in advance. Jay Wolfie saw Lord of the Rings in IMAX recently, and it was absolutely incredible. I'm very jealous. I missed out on that, unfortunately. Tristan says, currently no, but thanks to your videos, I'll pick it up eventually. That's awesome. Really appreciate that, Tristan.
Will Smith says he's building his new army to play with the missus as she's getting into it thanks to us. That's awesome to hear.
Yep. Mike is watching from Atlanta.
Ooh.
So something we've been working on recently, looking at these comments now, people are saying that they want to get into it, but haven't yet. Tristan's going to get into it eventually, thanks to our videos, again. Glad we could help Tristan. Something we've been working on, and we've kind of put together, I guess script is the right word,
Yeah.
but a full video, I guess, on the basics of playing the game.
Yes.
Now, is that something you guys would want to see? Do you want a full tutorial? I mean, we would recommend just going out and buying the books and the rules manuals and reading it. But they're big rule books, and it's a lot of information to take in when reading, especially when you don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
So if you guys would like a full, in-depth tutorial on how to play the games, just the basics, then let us know. Hope does not, but would love to. I love your guys' videos. I highly recommend getting into it. It's such a fun hobby. And thank you very much. Love your videos too. Tristan would love a tutorial. Carl makes stuff. What's going on, my friend? Good afternoon. I smell BS. What BS do you smell, my friend?
What have we said?
What
What did we do?
Will definitely would like a refresher. It's been a while.
Yes, I mean, admittedly, even now, like in our videos that we put out, we do get the odd rule wrong.
Yeah.
Whether we remember them from the old days of the old
Editions
of it, or just simple things that we just forget. But don't worry, we are going back and researching everything before we make any videos about actual rule sets.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, like we've been playing this a long time, but when you've been playing, I don't know how many editions of the game there's been. There's got to be 4 or 5, 6. Maybe 7, I don't know. But the rules do change and they adapt, and sometimes, because it's only ever us that's played, we do confuse the rules with older editions.
Yes, and we did take a few years off during our more younger adult years. So yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, one of the big things that we're massive fans of is having house rules anyway. Obviously, if you want to go and do tournaments and all that, then yes, you need to know everything by the word, but when it's just us, and it makes sense to us to do things a certain way, we're not going to stop a game and read up everything just for that.
No, and I think that's something important for those of you that want to get into the hobby to remember is, if you're playing with your friends, not at a tournament or anything like that, having your own house rules is absolutely fine, and it makes the game more fun, so remember that. Wolftal says, how long did it take you to collect all this stuff?
Actually, well, most stuff on this table is actually fairly new.
Yeah, this is all this year, right?
Most of it, I don't even know if you can see the little tower. No, you can't. It's not in shot.
You can see the very top of it.
Yeah,
there's a little tower down there.
There's a little tower down there that was an eBay purchase from years ago, but everything else has been probably in the last year, maybe 2 year or so. Yeah. So this is just the newest stuff. Thinking about it, we've got lots of other like very basic stuff like little hills and walls and all those kind of things that just don't look as interesting to put out like this.
No. Yeah, we've got boxes and boxes and boxes and shelves over there and there and there, filled with more things, but stuff that's, just pretty generic. This is the more unique features we have.
Yeah.
So N7X Ranger says, have you done any Battle Companies campaigns? My group really enjoys them. Not yet, but we keep saying it, we just haven't done it yet. I think it's more appealing to me than a normal battle.
Yes, like, we would love to do one, but we feel like these days we can't really do a battle without filming it and putting it up on the channel. And we've almost needed to get back in a better flow with everything before going into one of them. And also just to build up the audience here a bit, because after all this, we still get the few hundred people unsubscribe a day here while we move everything over into the tabletop realm. So we kind of need everything to settle before we go into a campaign like that.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it will just get lost. And we'll love doing it, but we want people to see it as well. We want to enjoy it with all of you. Like, we like seeing your reactions to how the games go.
Yeah, it makes it
how
more fun.
Stupid dice rolls happen and all that kind of stuff.
You mean great dice rolls?
Depends on the battle.
It's true. It's true. But yeah, we will definitely get into it at some point. We're huge D&D fans as well. We love D&D games, so it's almost a blend of the two. So yeah.
I like Alex's idea of just leaving this as it is and just do a battle.
Oh god. Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
there'd be a lot of accidental deaths, I think, because there's some. If you think the models are this big, there's some big drops.
Yeah, and you'd have to come down the stairs, and there's a tiny gap in there. We know around it.
Yeah.
It would be fun though.
So it looks like you guys are very keen on a tutorial on how to play the basics, which we'll definitely get to. It's quite a big project though. I think just the script that I wrote on going through the basics was like 6,000 words or something.
Yeah.
So filming all the directions for the words for that, I imagine, is quite a job. So, like James said, when we get into a routine, and we certainly need to hire an editor. That's something that we need to do.
Yes.
Because yeah, we have a lot of work to do. Where do we keep all these terrain pieces? We're very fortunate to have a fairly big gym. This is our office. We're in like a big warehouse, and we've built 2 cupboards.
Yeah.
Well, this is our office, so we can keep stuff on the roof of the office, which we do. And then we've got another cupboard down there somewhere.
Yeah.
So yeah, we kind of scatter them all over the place. But the majority of the time, our office just ends up an absolute mess because there is stuff everywhere. Yep. At least it's cool stuff.
Yeah.
To us.
We just get lazy and we'll have a battle, put out a bunch of terrain and just leave it there until we need to move it for the next battle. So that's where half it ends up. It's just left on the table from a battle.
Yeah.
I'm sure everyone would do that if you had the space. So.
Yeah. Carl Make Stuff says, house rules are the spice of life.
Yes.
Yes, they are. Jay Wolfie says, well, the top looks awesome. Yes, it does. Afternoon, Thomas. How much does a set often cost? It's a great question. So if you're looking at these battle system sets, I think a full set like this one, which is 556 pieces and makes an entire northern settlement, you could do an entire game from this set. I think these are around 80, 70 pounds, somewhere in that region. Yeah. But the amount of stuff you get in this is insane. Like,
I could guarantee you it's less than you'll think it will be.
Yeah, you get that barn over there. Oh, it's like a meat hall. 1, 2, 3 houses.
The house
2
next
towers.
to it, if you can see that very well, is
there's honestly so much stuff. I'm not sure how well you guys can see this on camera. I'll try and bring it a bit closer. But that village there, you got all of that. So these sort of things, 70 to 80 pound, you get a lot for your money. And you compare that to something like the Games Workshop Rohan house, like just this one house, beautifully painted by Alex Wakeham, who's in the chat, I still believe. Yeah. Something like that is about £35.
Yeah.
So huge contrast. This is obviously hard plastic. This is card.
Yeah.
But I mean.
Yeah, it's the whole thing. That's got the license. That's a Lord of the Rings Rohan house, where obviously these are a northern settlement.
Yeah.
Which is just Rohan basically.
But for what we're doing, it works absolutely great. So it depends on the quality of stuff and whether you want it to be official or not. So the price is very, very varying. As for these sort of things, so this weathertop piece here, which is just absolutely beautiful, it actually switches out, because obviously weathertop is a specific Lord of the Rings location. You can pop this off, and it switches out. Can you reach that?
Let's grab that.
To a generic hill.
Which also just slots in.
How cool is that?
Is that easy?
Yeah, so this stuff was made by Nat1 Videos. So shout out Nat1 Videos. If you haven't subscribed to his channel already, you absolutely should. He's got tutorials on all of this. He made the weathertop, he made the Moria set, and he made this Balin's Tomb. And there's videos on how he did, I think, all of those up on his channel.
Yes.
So I can't put a price on those.
No, and as we just mentioned, Balin's Tomb, for those of you who have not seen it, we've got to just show off one moment.
Oh, it's so cool. I hope that picked up.
Yeah, does that pick up actually? It might be too bright in here. But if you can't tell, it lights up with Gimli.
Yeah.
There's a little magnet on the bottom of his base. and it just looks so good. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's very cool. So yeah, this custom made stuff. I can't put a price on it. You'd have to ask Michael from that one directly.
Yeah.
But it's just, honestly, I wish I could show you all in more detail because it's so incredibly detailed up close.
We've shown it off in other videos before, but we'll show it again. I'm trying to think which is the best one to see. All these pillars, for example, this one might be the best one to show. They're actually magnetic. And it's just, it's amazing. So you could take them off and you wouldn't even know they had to be there. Or you could move them there. Or as when we were doing a battle, when they got in the way of a Balrog's wings, you could just move them out the way. It's brilliant.
Yeah. So those are the sort of details that you don't get on, the official stuff. I don't think Games Workshop really think those things through.
Yeah, I think it's a great example of, this is like the top of what you can get in quality.
But it's custom made. Yeah,
handmade by very talented people, so it's going to cost you a fair bit of money to actually get one.
Yeah.
Then you've also got the Games Workshop stuff, which looks great, is authentic, but it's probably overpriced. Like, I don't think anyone will disagree with that.
It's also not that usable. So let's look at this Rohan house. Yes, it looks great, especially painted this well, but it's just set decoration.
So
that's all it is.
It's handy to have an Alex that you know that can paint things really well.
That's all it is. It's just set decoration. Then you take a house like this from the Battle System set, which came as part of a multi-item set. You can actually take the roof off and have your characters and your miniatures go inside and actually interact with it.
So
Same
technically,
with this barn.
If you are also a fan of D&D, which I know there is a fair bit of crossover, they're brilliant for that as well.
Yeah.
So who doesn't love a good game of D&D?
Same as this watchtower. We can actually put archers and stuff up in the watchtower.
And I believe there's levels to the tower as well. I'm not sure if they got floors in or not.
There is, but they're connected at the moment.
Yeah. So even that, it's insane.
Yeah. So that's that. Yeah. Let's look at the. Let's look at the comments.
I think this is a great one from N7 Ranger. How do you balance awesome terrain pieces with a fair setup for both players? It sometimes seems hard to make a core board that is balanced. To be honest, we're still learning that.
Yeah.
And it's something that we really do struggle with because obviously a lot of it becomes army dependent. If you have the likes of rangers or elves or something like that and you give them a good wall to hide behind so they don't have to move and they could just shoot and shoot and shoot, it kind of becomes unbalanced straight away.
Go and watch Trolls versus Elves.
Yeah, very much so. But then if you just have a completely open field or more open spaces and then you have a lot of horses like the Rohirrim, that becomes unbalanced. It's so hard to... It depends if you want to be realistic, I guess.
Yeah.
Like if you want some houses with some trees and then some rivers, like you wouldn't find that in a real location, but it probably would work best for having different sections for a game.
Yeah.
But I think it becomes hard to set up.
One thing we used to do a lot as well is if you've got an unbalanced board and you know it, let's say for example we've got elves defending a castle. Okay, so you've got all your archers up in these high vantage points, whether it's in a watchtower or on castle walls, whatever. They're obviously at a huge advantage because they're shooting from cover, they're protected, and they're elves. If that's the case, and we know that's the case, what we used to do is have an unbalance of points.
Yes.
So we would try and make a judge. So we'd say, okay, the attacking army can have 1,000 points or whatever, and the elves might have 600, 700 points. So they kind of imagine Helm's Deep.
Yeah.
That's how it works. The men of Rohan are at an advantageous position, so there's so few of them, it almost balances it out. Yeah, try and think of it like that. But great question.
Yeah, again, it comes back again to house rules.
Yes.
Just, if you look at it and you go, that is definitely unfair. Like, there's almost no point playing the game. Yeah, for us on the channel, we're going to do these experiments, which you look at and you probably go, it's obvious. But sometimes you need to play them out just to make sure.
Yeah.
If you're at home doing it yourself, look at it and go, actually, take 100 points off that one, and then it becomes a fair battle.
Yeah, and that's another thing. For us as well, we also have to take into consideration camera angles, which makes it even more difficult. So we might set up a board that goes, right, yeah, that's great, that looks fair, it looks really cool, and then we go back over there and look at the camera and we're like, well, this tower is blocking the view, and if the battle goes in this area, none of our cameras can see.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we have to think about that too, which makes it far more complicated. Tristan says, been getting into Warhammer 40k recently. My first army is going to be Space Wolves. Funny you should say that, Tristan. Me too. And my first army is Space Wolves. A good choice.
You've actually been working on some 40k type videos as well, haven't you?
I have indeed. Yeah. We actually have one on this channel. We have a getting into 40k
Yeah.
one. The plan is to eventually do some 40k battle reports as well, right? This is a tabletop channel. So it'd be nice to mix it up with all sorts of tabletop gaming. But Middle-earth is obviously our focus. Because it's us and we love Middle-earth.
Yeah.
So what company makes that set? I need to check it out. This stuff is Battle Systems.
Yes.
Definitely check it out. And because this is live, I'm not sure it's in the description now.
I'm not sure off the top of my head.
Check some of our older videos. We do have a discount code. I think it's
Yes.
10% maybe.
Yes.
10%, and you will get a discount code on their website if you're going to buy anything.
Yeah.
Make sure you do that.
And if you have any questions at all, just contact them. They are brilliant with their communication. So if you need any advice, just drop them a message and they will help you out.
They on their website as well. They also have tutorials and video guides on how to put everything together.
Yeah.
But all the stuff is very customizable as well, so you can make the stuff look different to what we've done. Like it's
Yes.
brilliant. Battlesystems.co.uk.
Yes. And another thing that they have as well, we're not even employed or anything by them. We just got their stuff because we like it. We don't have one here right now, but if you look at any of our battles at all, we have our mats that are usually on the table.
Yeah.
So you can get 3x3 foot ones or 2x2s, and you have what, grass, mud, stones.
Yeah.
They are just flat, but they have a nice 3D kind of texture to them. So especially for us on camera and stuff, they look amazing, and it saves you having to worry about like getting something of this detail all over the board.
Yeah.
And they are brilliant.
And as far as battle mats go, again, value for money. They're the best quality cheap ones I've found, or the cheapest best quality ones, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
A few people asking for a link to it. Yeah, just Battle Systems. Check it out. Playing with Voodoo, and I have a 6 by 8 foot Moria build in my hobby room at the moment, but I miss the trees and the sun. All these rocks. Yeah. I think ours is, well, it takes up the whole table.
Yes,
So-
that's the one thing we haven't actually shown for me yet. So I'll
Yes.
grab that now.
If you missed our Moria video, these two go that way round, and
then
this
this-
the middle piece.
Well, this would go that way down the middle.
Yeah.
But to show you guys for him, I'm scared I'm going to knock something over now. We got too much stuff. So, for example, if
The
you can
Bridge
see
of
that,
Khazad-dûm.
which
Hey,
does break.
see ya, Gandalf.
So, we were really hoping that would have happened in our battle, but sadly, the battle didn't go that way. But yeah, these are brilliant as well. And there's 2 more pieces that go on either end, and it just makes an amazing board. But the thing I love about it as well is, if you look at the way we set them up now, just facing in, for the sake of being able to fit everything in, you could use these just in any battle. Obviously,
Yeah.
Any kind of rocky stuff, any kind of mountainous coming out of a hill,
Yeah.
they work. And that's what's great about all these things is you can use them at any point. Yes, okay, you kind of know that's Moria, but I don't think anyone is that fixed on it that you can't use it elsewhere.
It's true. Very true. Paradox says, you guys are such nerds, and I love it. Yes, we are indeed. But we're right now, we're sat in an MMA gym, so best of both worlds, you know? N7X Ranger, awesome terrain can make a board look great, but at the end of the day, anything can work. That's a very good point. Great
Yes.
point. Great point.
In fact, a story from a few years ago before we even had any money to buy any terrain, because that was just seen as a luxury that we didn't get to yet. We actually used to use the cases that we store the Warhammer in, so those old... I don't even think they sell them anymore, do
No,
they?
the Games
The
Workshop
old-fashioned Games Workshop cases that we stored all our figures in, we used them as walls. So we had walls that were like this high compared to a model that's like that. And that's how we divided up stuff, and we had bits of cardboard, and we'd use a bit of anything.
You can use anything, books, DVDs,
Yeah.
anything you've got. It works. As long as
It
it's
does.
like cover and obstacles, it
Yeah.
works. You don't need to have this awesome stuff. It's just, it makes it a bit more immersive, I guess is the right way of putting it. For someone who wants to get into the game, what do you guys recommend buying first? This is from Hope. The Pelennor Fields box set.
Yeah, I don't think there's a better place to start.
The value for money in that box is insane. You get, I think, maybe 24 Morannon Orcs, I don't want to say 10 to 12 stand-in Rohan warriors,
Yeah.
maybe 10, 12 Rohirrim riders. You get an...
Eomer, Theoden.
No, you don't get Eomer.
No, you don't get Eomer.
Theoden. You get a Witch King on a Fell Beast. You get a Mordor Troll. You get the rules manual, big hardback, which is worth £35 by itself.
You get the measurers, you get dice.
Yeah, you get everything you need is in that box, and it's like under £100. So we bought 2 of them because the value is that good. If you look at the right stores, you can find them for a very good price. I think Firestorm Games, which is a local store to us, they do ship worldwide, I believe.
Yep.
They're selling them for £85.
Yes.
Insane value.
Yeah. In fact, to be honest, if you want to buy Games Workshop stuff, look at Firestorm Games anyway, because they are cheaper. Yeah. And for us, they're a local company, so we love to help them out. Again, we have no affiliation with them. They're a very nice company. They're a very good company. They do great things for the whole hobby. So
yeah, indeed.
Yeah, if you're going to buy stuff, don't want to give it directly to Games Workshop, look at Firestorm Games.
Yeah. Carl says, do you find being able to put minis in buildings useful? I always find it a bit fiddly.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't do it very often, to be honest, unless they start in there. And to be honest, even when they start in there, they normally stay in there.
Yeah, usually the only time things are in buildings is to shoot out.
Yeah, archers.
Yeah, that. Yeah.
It's nice to have the option, though.
Yeah, it is, and maybe there's a scenario where you've got to defend like the peasants, and they can hide in houses and stuff. But yeah, as when it comes to battles,
no,
it could be something for an experiment.
Yeah. Alex asks, out of the fan-made scenery, not the Games Workshop purchase stuff, which is your favourite? It's got to be the Moria set, right? Because it's just huge, and honestly, when I look at this up close, I'm like, is that real? Is that real ground? Like real grass? It's just amazing. Absolutely amazing. This is awesome as well, but it's more of a decorative piece because it's a bit small to have like an actual battle in there.
Yeah, you need a whole other board to go with it.
But it looks super cool on our shelf.
Yeah.
It also came with like a mini smoke machine.
But that's not plugged in.
It's not plugged in, yeah, so it feeds smoke through.
Yeah.
It's just insane. And when Gandalf stands in a certain place, like the corridor back here also lights up.
Yeah.
Like in orange, as if the Balrogs come in. It's very, very cool. So it's a toss-up between those two. Weathertop is also phenomenal.
Yeah.
It's probably the one we get the most use out of as well, ironically.
Yeah, it's the easiest to bring into any kind of field.
Yeah,
so especially because it's got the interchangeable top.
That's super handy.
Like I think that is what sells. Because I would probably say this one is my favourite because of that. And being able to have things you can interchange and just swap one piece out, that's amazing.
Yeah, so it can be used as a recognisable location or a generic hill.
Yeah.
And again, these are all made by the same guy, and Michael's so good. They all look so good.
Yeah, so basically, the best fan-made stuff is that one video stuff.
Yeah, pretty much.
And everyone that helps him. He doesn't do it all on his own.
Yeah.
Oh, we had a super chat. Sorry, we missed that.
Tristan says, that's awesome. We'll fight for Russ together. Lehman Russ for the Wolves. Yes. James doesn't follow 40k. Favourite good and evil factions? I love old dwarves and Eastlands. Great question.
Oh, I'm very similar. Funnily enough, we actually, before we moved into this bigger space that we're in now, we had a much smaller room that we used to play this in. And the very last battle we did was an Easterlings versus someone. I can't remember who it was.
Yeah.
And since the move, we've lost all our Easterlings. Or at least we've got like 5 or 6.
Well, the worst thing was we bought so many of them. We bought boxes and boxes.
Yeah, we bought the pack of is it 24?
Yeah.
Foot soldiers, a pack of the cataphracts.
Yeah.
If that's the right way to say them. Pack of the commanders. Kamal? No, don't think we went. Either way, we bought a whole army's worth. And we've now lost them because I love, the look of them.
Yeah.
And you can get them to be the Dragon Knights.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is the right term. And I absolutely love it. So I definitely would have to agree. I think Eastlings may be my favourite for the evil side. What would you say?
I quite like Uruk-hai.
Yeah.
The good guys, I've got to go Rangers.
Of course.
Again, go and watch the Rangers video we did.
Rangers
versus Uruk-hai, ironically. That was a bit one-sided.
Yeah. For good guys, for me, I'm also a big fan of the dwarves, but we haven't had enough to use them properly yet.
No.
So I really like the idea of them. I love the idea of being hobbits as well, because I imagine they're basically the goblins of the good guys. So you can just have loads of them. And they're not very good, but you just get loads.
Yeah.
Apart from that, I don't really know. Maybe Minas Tirith, because I like all their
heroes. They've got good heroes too, yeah.
So Gondor.
Dan Fab says, would you guys ever organise a trip to Warhammer World where people could meet to play Lord of the Rings and have a pint at Bugman's Bar.
Pint?
That would be awesome.
It comes in pints?
Yeah. To be fair, like, when this channel was History of the Ages and it was at its biggest, we really wanted to arrange some kind of meetup.
Yeah.
But, I mean, the channel grew through lockdown, so it was never a possibility.
Yeah.
And ironically, now this channel is shrinking because it's switched to a... Well, you guys know the story. But yeah, I mean, we'd love to go and play this with more people and definitely have a pint with people that have similar interests. There's not that many of them around here. Paradox says this channel has inspired me to dust off some old Lord of the Rings dwarves and get painting. Yes, that's the goal. That looks familiar. Oh, Carl. Oh, yeah, so the bridge, right? Yeah, so the chasm and the bridge are 4 feet fully assembled. Thanks again, Carl. Good afternoon, Scorch. Tristan, I love Firestorm, but they unfortunately can't ship Games Workshop stuff to the US. Ah.
Huh, that's strange.
Yeah, I didn't realise.
Maybe it... No, I don't know. When we were in the store, they seemed to think they could, so... Maybe it's a temporary thing. Maybe they can in the future, I don't know.
Alex said you've got a dwarf for scale on top of the Moria set. Yeah, that's Gimli.
He's feeling motivated. He's going to take everything down and do a leap off there, just like Helm's Deep in a minute.
I'm sure he'll do better than Boromir did in our Moria battle when I left him at the bottom of the stairs.
Yeah. So, going back to Warhammer World, where is that?
I don't know. Where's Warhammer World, guys?
Where is that?
Alex, you mentioned it the other day. Where's Warhammer World?
Yeah,
is it like Nottingham or something?
It's up north, isn't it?
I think so. Yeah, I'm not sure. Does anybody know? Is anybody still here?
We all alone now? Yeah, Nottingham.
It is Nottingham. I was right.
Yeah.
What a guess. Yeah, I mean, how far is that from here?
A few hours.
A few hours? Nah, weekend trip. We should definitely organise it.
It would be fun. It would be so much fun.
Ooh. Comments have slowed down, guys. Where's everyone gone? Why does it not tell us who's here? Can't tell. Okay. Well, I missed a birthday trip to Warhammer World because of lockdown. No!
Oh, that's gutted.
Yeah, that does suck. We've never been. We run a tabletop channel and we've played this since 2001 or 2 or 3 and we've never been.
No.
Ridiculous.
I mean, for any Americans who may be watching, it probably doesn't seem like a long way. But to us British people, like a 3-hour drive is a long thing.
Yeah.
And we never seem quite as motivated to do those trips.
No. The majority of trips we do that are that long are normally work related and it's just effort, so...
Yeah.
Anna Rose still here baking dog treats. Treats. Nice. For your dog? Or is that like a job?
I mean, is anyone else doing something more random than baking dog treats right now? Because that's really tickled me for some reason.
Tristan says, sorry, we're all entranced by your soothing voices. Oh, thanks, Tristan. I actually have a cold right now. A normal cold. Someone phoned me up. I sound gross. Seth says, what terrain gets the most play? It's got to be this hill, I'd say. Actually,
yeah, maybe just the generic houses.
Yeah, the houses tend to work as just like backdrops.
Yeah, and then again, like we mentioned earlier about having to think about camera angle for you guys, they're not that big, so we can put them pretty much anywhere and they don't get in the way. So they're actually quite handy. Apart from that, you can't see it because it's right at the front. Part of the battle system stuff is they have these little things that one side is road, like a stone road, the other side is river, and you can lay them out everywhere. Probably something like that as well, because that's a great way, having little rivers and stuff, to kind of stop you just having it all out spread across the board.
Yeah. Do we ever play at a local club? We do not.
No.
Honestly, for 20 odd years now, we've only played this game with each other.
Yeah.
As mad as that is. It would be nice. I would actually love to go to tournaments and stuff, but the problem is, genuinely, it's time.
Yeah.
Between the hours we work are crazy. Don't forget, you know, I teach classes in martial arts in the evenings as well, so I don't get out of here until 9 PM every night, and then the weekends we want to spend it with, you know, girlfriends and family and whatnot. So it's very, very difficult to make time for things like that.
Yeah.
So we just turned it into work and paid the day.
Something I would love to do at some point, and we just need our third player. So Alex and me and you, just saying. I really want to do like a 3-way battle because we've never done that. Obviously, with only 2 players, we've never had it where you have to think about more than one opposition.
Yeah, that would be cool.
So something like that could be really fun to do. So, I mean, if you like that idea, we'll definitely get given it a go.
We will give it a go for sure.
Give it a go.
Eating my lunch and working. Oh, Paradox. Warhammer World used to be my local store at uni. Oh, awesome. Anna Rose has 9 dogs.
What? What are they?
9 dogs.
If you have a husky and or a Dalmatian, can I borrow it?
Permanently.
Permanently. Office pet.
Tristan, I only recently found out long drives for things aren't common in the UK. No, the whole UK is like smaller than one state, so...
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a lot
I
more
mean, we don't like queuing here, like, for a couple of minutes. So let alone sitting in a car for a few hours, that's just... Nah.
Yeah. Yeah, Scorch says the games do take long, especially when flicking through the rulebook every 2 seconds. That is the problem, especially, like we said at the start, with new editions of the game coming out every few years, that you know, you do get confused, and sometimes you've just got to double check things to make sure, especially when you're doing it on YouTube. But we still get things wrong, so
yeah.
Luckily, you fantastic people do let us know. When we muck
and
it up.
it's nice to know people pay attention when they start correcting us, because if we're half an hour into a video and someone says we do something wrong, it means you're still watching, and that is amazing to really realise. Because I feel like after 5 minutes, why would you want to watch us?
Because we're awesome. Hey Kevin. 4 poodles, 3 Jack Russells, and 2 mountain dogs. Awesome. Paradox says a question for most here. How long did you go out with your girlfriend before you revealed that you played with miniatures?
Has it the toys or something else?
Well, fortunately for me, my girlfriend, though she's not into this, she loves Lord of the Rings, so she can get on board with it. It's fine. Plus, we keep all this stuff in work, so our girlfriends can't be mad at us.
Yeah, I don't know the answer to that actually. It's never hit, but whether it came up, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Scorch, welcome to Sting. Thank you very much for joining the team. A 3-hour drive is long in the UK. It certainly is. It certainly is. So, a question I've got for you guys today. You've seen some of our collection, and again, this is a tiny, tiny percentage of it because some of it's still on shelves, wouldn't fit on the table, or it hasn't been put together yet. What terrain would you like to see us use next? Now, obviously we've got Barnes Tomb here, which we haven't actually used in a battle, but we've got Moria, we've got Weathertop, we've got like a Rohan house and stuff. Is there anywhere specific in Lord of the Rings, or in Middle-earth rather, that you'd like to see us bring to life in a game?
Should we let them know what our next battle's going to be, so they can help mould their decision?
Yes.
So we haven't decided who's going to be who yet, but our next battle is going to be another experiment, really, with the Fellowship of the Ring versus Thorin's Company. So
something we haven't actually done yet is looked at their points values.
No, it may be completely uneven, because I remember there was a point, and I don't know how true this was, because this was around the time when I wasn't really looking at the game, but the Hobbit characters and rule set, just the Hobbit characters were so overpowered compared to the Lord of the Rings ones, and there's more people in Thorin's Company than the Fellowship, so it might end up being a complete whitewash.
Yeah.
And like they both have Gandalf.
Sure.
So
yeah, it might come down to who uses Gandalf better magically.
Yeah. So we'll love to see how it goes. But yes, terrain-wise, what would you like to see us use for that? Because I don't know what would be fair.
Let us know. Scorch says, "What's the piece in the middle front of the view?" You talking about this? This is the hill. This is where
where the top was.
Fits onto that. There's a. I don't know if this is gonna stay together. I don't want to break anything. No. Okay, this is the top part of it. That sits on a miniature ruined building.
Yeah, think kind of Osgiliath style.
Yeah.
It was just a generic eBay purchase, that one. That's nothing related to Lord of the Rings as it was bought, but it works quite well.
Scorch feels like it should be in and around Weathertop. Yeah, that could work for sure. Gimli versus Gloin. Yes, that is a battle that may end up. We'll have to go for each other. Will you have Gandalf the Grey and Gandalf the White for each team? Nope. We'll do it properly as they should be. So it will be grey on both sides.
Yes, and the same as for Aragorn, it will be Strider. For Boromir, it will be the not captain of the White Tower Boromir. It will be when they were the Fellowship, those ones.
Yeah.
And the same with Thorin's Company. So not the like the leaders of Erebor one where they've all got their armor and everything. Not those, just the main quest of Erebor dwarves.
Yeah, I cannot wait to do it.
I think Bilbo versus Frodo going to throw down.
It's going to be fun. King of the Hill game. We could actually do Fellowship versus Thorin's Company, King of the Hill. I don't know. We'll talk through it and see what we think. It might just be all out team deathmatch. Who survives? Who can wipe the other team out first? That's probably the best way of doing it.
Yeah, just find out who's best.
Yeah.
You know, who's the toughest on the block.
And who rolls nothing but sixes this time?
Mr. I only roll ones.
Hey,
it's those new dice. You got to use different dice.
No. Hey, go back and watch the last battle. There was one where I rolled 4 dice at once and they were all ones. Remember?
And you still absolutely destroyed me.
Yeah. Will Bill be there? No, I don't think Bill will be involved.
Oh no, we don't know.
Bill's been sent back home.
He's already been eaten by the Watcher at this point.
Hope says 2 reindeer as well. Ooh, yeah, that's a good point. Will the ring come into play?
It might. There's the chart for if there's multiple on the table, who gets the one ring, like a rank.
Yeah.
So only one of them will be able to have it, and I can't think if it's Frodo or Bilbo.
I think Frodo gets it if he's on the table.
To be fair, I think he might need it more.
Yeah, that's true. A Harrod themed scenery / sand table would be class. That's a great shout, Will. I like that idea.
We've actually been given a great idea for a scenario to do at some point as well, which involves needing a third player again, actually, because you basically have 2 armies and then a third going through, and it's basically a who could kill the most.
Yeah.
I feel like it is like the Rangers attacking the Mumuk and the Haradrim, going through the forest, that kind of scenario, which that would work really nicely in. So yeah, that kind of thing could be cool.
Yeah. Alex says, get Nat to make you minister. Yeah, to scale.
Yeah, everyone pressure him to make that. Because, I mean, we wouldn't say no. Might need a new building, but we wouldn't say no.
Yeah. Lurtz and Uruk-hai trying to capture Merry and Pippin with Boromir trying to defend them, and Fellowship needs to save them before they are captured. Minus Gandalf. Yeah, Wait. Yeah, no, we haven't done that.
Nope.
No.
We don't have enough Uruk scouts to do the
Uruk scouts, yes.
Yeah, this is the really frustrating part, is when you look at like the Quest of the Ring Bearer book scenarios and stuff, is, say for example, we have 10 Uruk scouts in the thing, so oh, you need 12 or 14, 15, 16, and we're just like, we're like so close to being able to do them, but not quite. So yeah, we're not there yet.
We will, but we've got so many models that we haven't utilised properly yet that we'll get those out of the way first.
Yeah, and we don't want to just do a load of Fellowship videos or a load of Uruk-hai videos. We want to try and be a bit varied with what we do. Yeah.
And Alex, let's get on those dwarfs.
Pig.
Okay, I think we've pretty much covered everything we want to cover for today.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we'll give you 5 minutes if you've got any last questions for us to answer before we... I say Packer, we're not. This will stay here now until we do our battle.
Yeah, until Thorin's Company versus the Fellowship.
Yeah, one of them starts in this side of Moria, one of them starts that side, and they meet in the middle.
Yeah.
Might just have to do it like that.
Yeah.
You can actually judge by how lazy we are, by how much this changes for the battle.
Flame of Voodoo says, is it true you have to crawl under the table after setting up to do the video? Yes.
Maybe.
Well, I can actually get out this way, but James can't get past me to get out that way, so...
Yeah, so surely...
If I'm here...
I mean, and for some reason then I end up being the one to press go, which would probably make sense here. There's not much logic here.
No, but yes, it is true. We built a table so big that we couldn't get into...
Yeah, I mean, it's just off shot, but right back here, there's a big glass cabinet which we store a load of our models and terrain and stuff in, so Yeah, there's no way past.
Nope. But it looks cool on camera, so worth it.
Yeah.
Alex says Rohan versus Dunlandkopf. Yes, that'll probably be next after.
Yes, because that's not. Well, I say it's not. It's kind of not a generic Rohan. It's
No.
Helm. Cool Rohan.
Yeah. Saruman trying to take over the Shire. Yeah, that's a cool one as well.
But again, we have no hobbits or Shire scenery, so stuff like that. That's where we're like, oh, we'd love to do all these things, but
a lot of stuff to buy.
It's investment.
Yeah.
And we're just not there yet.
No. Again, this you guys can see this channel doesn't exactly get the sort of views our other channel gets. We kind of just do this for fun. So spending hundreds to thousands of pounds on that sort of stuff, it's hard to justify. As much as we want to.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, we want to, but yeah, we need to get some more views. Just knock a door into the wall behind you. I mean, that wall goes into next door. That wall. Yeah, we could technically, but it would ruin the look of the backdrop.
Yeah.
Hope says, will we be doing the Battle of Azanul Bazaar? Probably, yeah.
Again, it comes down to if and when we can get enough models that are right to do. A question that comes up a little bit is, do you 3D print any of your own models or terrain? No, but we really want to, and that could be the answer to all our prayers.
We actually bought a 3D printer, but again, it comes down to time. We just haven't had time to.
Yes.
We haven't even taken it out of the box. It's just over there.
Yeah, we haven't had a chance to actually learn how to use it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Again, we've mentioned it a few times, but when we can find an editor and it releases some time, that is something we can then put a bit of effort into. But at this moment in time, we just don't have the time to do it.
Yeah. One day, will we see the Battle of the Last Alliance? Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Someone asked, is it Tristan? Who do you think would really win between the Fellowship and Thorin's Company? I'm going to go Fellowship.
Oh, Fellowship.
Yeah.
To be honest, I feel like Legolas would kill a good chunk of them before there was any kind of close quarters combat. And, they got Boromir and Aragorn and stuff. It's the Fellowship.
So someone just asked, SX Cha?
Hmm?
So they've moved from Lord of the Rings lore to tabletop. I haven't seen the channel since like 100k. No, we've not. Well, yes, it's a very, very long story. We still do Lord of the Rings lore videos, but it's on a channel called The Broken Sword. Mm-hmm. This channel got shut down for a period of time, and so that we didn't want to go that period without uploading any videos, so we just made a new channel. Rather than sending everyone back over to this one after sending them to that one, we decided just to do some Middle-earth tabletop stuff here. But all our lore videos, new and improved, are over at The Broken Sword, so go and check that out.
What he said.
Yes. Okay. I think that's pretty much it for today, guys.
Yep.
We appreciate every single one of you for tuning in, asking us some questions, and looking at our super cool and not at all nerdy terrain for our miniature war games.
Game games, yeah.
Yeah, game games.
Good game games.
Yeah. What day is it? Tuesday?
Yeah.
Yeah. When's the new? So there's a new lore video out yesterday on The Broken Sword. Full story of Boromir.
Yes.
James put a lot of effort into it. It's a
long one.
It's like 25 minutes, so you've got a good, a good solid documentary there on Boromir's life. And then we've got another video out this Thursday, so keep an eye out for that. The next battle report on this channel will be a week today, and that will be Fellowship versus Thorin's Company.
Yes.
So keep an eye out for that. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Subscribe to The Broken Sword, like the videos, share the videos, and just keep watching and hanging out with us, because it's fun. Okay, I hope you all have a great rest of your week, and we will see you next time.
Now say bye, guys, as he slowly walks over to the camera, which is even further away than normal. So
I'm going to get another coffee.
Yeah, before turning it off. Should I just?
Yeah, in my beautiful branded Tabletop Alliance mug. Wow, roll. Available now on Teespring /The Broken Sword.